First date conversation ideas. First dates have become extremely awkward when the wrong things are said and when nothing is said at all. If topics of discussion on your first date are a fear of yours, continue listening on for a few suggestions. In terms of first date conversations, it's best to plan. And when doing so, break the date down into three different categories. These categories are beginning, middle, and end. When you consider each part of your date as opposed to the whole night, coming up with conversation ideas doesn't sound so hard. Now, as for the beginning of the date, it depends on how you start the night. Did you pick up your date or at least meet her at her destination? Regardless, opt for a quick greeting. A simple "Hi, thank you for coming" should be the first words out of your mouth. If you pick up a date at her home, greet her inside and then ask if she's ready to go. Now, once you get to the car, hold the door open for her. Once inside, ask if she's comfortable. If not, make steps to make sure she is. If she is comfortable, she will likely follow it with something like, "You have a nice car." This is a good starting point. You can mention when you bought it or how you got it for a great deal. Then ask her about her car. Another good first date conversation in the car is about likes and dislikes. Are you going to watch a movie? Tell her you hope it's good. Then ask her what her favorite movie is. If you don't know it, ask her to summarize it real quick. You can take the same approach with her favorite restaurants, bars, music groups, and so forth. If you meet your date at the destination, such as a dinner or a movie, ask how the trip was. Ask if she found the place okay. Do this before asking if she's ready to go inside. Once your date starts, you will be reaching the middle of the night. This is where you want to get to know your date, so ask questions. When doing so, don't dig too deep. Ask about her family. Does she have siblings? Ask about her job or college classes. These questions always lead to conversation. You can also use them to talk about yourself. Does your date tell you she has a sister? Then talk about her. You can do the same and mention your family. An awkward point in a date is the end. If at a restaurant, you may be unsure when to call it a night. If you're finished eating or drinking, see if your date is interested in doing something else. Does she want to stop and have a few drinks or listen to a band at a local bar? It won't hurt to ask. A good date relies on good conversation. This should take place throughout the entire date, but the words you utter at the end of the night have the most influence. Be sure to say you had a good time. You will want to ask her for a second date. Now, if the date didn't go well, you may be nervous about asking. Instead of outright asking, say, "You have my phone number. Call if you want to do this again."